Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Cork It podcast. Well, first of all, welcome back, Dante.
Thank you. Thank you.
Glad to have you back, buddy.
And
We are in Chicago right now, filming, visiting a friend from school. Shout out Jane.
A friend from school.
It's your friend from school. It's my
It's Kyle's girlfriend. There you go.
it's
And,
Kyle's lady friend.
Uh, thank you to the Fitzgibbon family for hosting us. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say?
Sound like Kawhi.
So that's where we're all at right now, which is why you get a little Cork It reunion here.
Yes.
But we have nothing to talk about. Oh, we decided that, we're still in kind of that slump of sports. I know Ian's itching over there with some baseball content, but we are all
Yeah, also, I'm back, so thank you.
okay. Ian's here as well.
Okay.
He's gonna be sitting in.
He doesn't get his mic.
Well, we don't have a mic for Ian, but I know Ian's itching. We got some, baseball content that we're not gonna cover, but
So he's just gonna sit here.
instead we've got a whole lot of nothing for 45 minutes. No, that's a bad way to intro it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what we were. First of all, we were debating this today, and I want to talk about it. But JJ and I kind of talked about top 5 burgers, like fast food burgers, because we were debating because we were talking about Culver's, and Dante had never had Culver's, and he just now for the first time had it. Can you rate? Give a little Culver's rating?
I would rate it around like a 7 out of 10, 7.5. Probably one of the top fast food burgers I've had, but
Bro spitting.
it wasn't like anything insane.
Well, you got to compare it to fast food burgers. You can't
Yeah.
compare it to something that it's not, right?
I mean,
Like,
he said it was one of the top fast food burgers.
which
so.
it is. It is. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I think that's definitely top 5. I think my top 5 list in fast food burgers, in no particular order, goes Smash Burger, Culver's, Five Guys, even though it's pricey, Wendy's, and then probably the 5th spot to round it off would be.
Wendy's?
Am I forgetting one?
Steak and Shake.
Steak and Shake's pretty good. What am I? Is that 5? Culver's, Wendy's, Five Guys, Smash Burgers.
Shake.
No,
Shake
McDonald's is
Shack.
nowhere near them. Shake Shack. I think we kind of said we said Shake Shack earlier. What?
Can we kick him off the podcast?
Kick who? Dante off?
Ian.
Ian. Ian's just chilling over there. I don't even know if he's in frame of the camera right now.
I would agree with those 4, and then probably put Shake Shack or Steak.
Yeah, I was
Shack
gonna
on
say
there.
we
Shake
brought
Shack or Steak
No,
and Shake is a
Kirby.
good five.
Oh, Kirby.
Kerbo.
That
Oh,
goes
Come back,
for
man.
Kirby.
Do you want to
Kirby.
come back?
We were
We're
just joshing,
sorry.
dude.
I'm
Kerbo,
sorry.
tell us about your day. You went to a Cleveland
Yeah, you
Indians,
did totally
Cleveland
different things than
Guardians
us.
game.
How'd the game
Yeah.
go? How'd the game go?
Yeah.
They got the White Sox won. It
By
was
how
not
much? What was the
close.
score?
It was 6-2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was that expected or like?
On paper, no, but honestly, like the White Sox scored 5 runs in the second inning, and the Guardians didn't take out the pitcher. So at that point, I was like, all right, they're losing this game.
Okay. Okay.
And their all-star didn't play either.
Oh
so.
yeah. You went with family though. How was that? Were you
Yeah,
good
it
seeing
was
them?
fun. It was fun. I hadn't seen them in a while, so.
Do they live in Chicago? Or they were just here.
They live close to here, which
Okay.
it's crazy because first night I met Jane, that was like our first talking point. So small world.
Nice. Nice.
Small world.
Well, glad you had a good day.
Thank you.
While Ian was at the baseball game, we toured the city a little bit, toured the city of
Yeah.
Chicago.
Do you?
Saw the bean.
I really did.
We
like,
did see the
This-
bean.
It was my first time in the city, so I mean, it was
was-
really
it was a
Your
lot
nice.
of
first time
fun.
in Chicago?
Yeah, this is my first major city I've been in. Like I've never been.
You've
to New
never
York
been to a
City,
big city?
Not like
So how do
LA
you
or
say
anything.
this
I
is
thought you'd
interesting?
been to
Because
New York.
Not like the city of New York.
Oh, okay.
This is interesting because we talked about it a little bit when we were downtown in Chicago. I always said like, oh yeah, this would be a cool place to live like after I graduate. And you were like, I can't live in a big city. Do you think like not spending any time in major cities might contribute to some of that? Like, do you
think
think if you spent more time in like a bigger city, you might warm up to that
I
idea?
think it does. I just don't like how packed everything is.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, this might not be realistic with like the TV shows and movies I watch, like New York and Chicago and all that, and everything just seems like extremely packed. There's like, really chaotic. You gotta like, I mean, me kind of being lazy, you gotta walk everywhere. There's no room for like cars. If like you had to go to a job, you had to leave like hours in advance because of all the traffic and stuff.
Yeah.
And I just feel like it wouldn't be my lifestyle, especially because the apartments would be extremely expensive too.
True. I feel like you'd have to leave for a job with more time in advance if you lived outside of the city versus inside of the city. So like if you lived in a suburb of a major city, more likely than not, your job's going to be in that city. So you'd be having to leave an hour before to get to your job if you lived outside the city versus inside the city. It might be less time.
I'm just not like big into like having to take like trains or like subways and all that either, because I feel like that's a lot of the commute in major cities. I don't want to have to like buy tickets or even get like a pass for like a year or something just to like take trains. Like that's just not me. So
I mean, also a big thing is like you are very much reliant on like everything going perfectly to some extent. Like say the water's out or something like that from X block to Y block or whatever, and then you don't have water for like 3 days and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Or like if there's like a crisis happening, like it's a lot harder to handle or even react to, and you have to be like in the loop of everything like all the time.
Dante said the perfect word. I think chaotic it's way too chaotic for me. Like
So you guys think Chicago's chaotic?
No, not chaotic.
Or just like big cities in general.
I think just big cities in general. And like by chaotic I mean like
I get it.
Which is me busy.
Yeah,
like
my version of chaotic is just
I
the
mean,
amount
like,
of traffic they have. Like just us entering like Chicago wasn't even like we weren't even like in the main city.
That was so
It's
bad.
just
And the traffic was awful already.
Yeah.
It was just
was bad.
beehive. It was very beehive.
Yeah, and I mean for us coming from like a smaller town,
Very small suburb.
and I mean Columbus isn't a bigger. I mean it's a big city, but not
like this.
Nothing
I just feel like in
major.
like big cities like LA, New York, Chicago, no one cares about
and
anyone either. Like I could be walking
Are you
And-
generalizing all
yes,
the citizens?
dude. I could be walking like across the street or something, and a car could just say, "Screw it," and just go right through me and be
Oh,
like,
dude.
"Well,
I
you
mean,
win the
yeah, we
street.
saw
You
we saw that plenty. I'm sure.
We've
Yeah.
seen that in Athens,
Yeah.
Ohio.
That's
No, we were walking and like I moved out of the way like because someone was passing us, and then like she like sort of like stepped closer to like the lane I was walking in, and I had to like do some weird like move to not like put my shoulder into her face, and like she just like walked by like it was nothing. That was weird, because like usually, I mean, like if you're walking past someone and you like even if you bump into them, you're like, oh my bad, like I'm sorry, like I didn't mean to do that, but like
Yeah, and again, I don't
people
know
just
how
don't care.
I don't know how realistic it is because I mean, a lot of my knowledge on big cities from like TV shows and movies, but it's like everyone is just, especially in New York, everyone's just walking in a straight line, and if you run into someone, they don't care. They'll just run right through you, even if they like knock you to the ground. They'll just keep going because in big cities, you got a place to be, and nothing is stopping you from getting to that other point you have to be to.
I agree. Although I will say, from being to a bunch of other big cities.
You've been to like New York.
Yeah, I've
and-
been to New York.
New York
once.
is fun.
London, Dublin,
Okay.
Paris.
Oh,
like
you travel. You travel a lot with your family.
yeah,
I've done.
It's fun.
You just went. Where'd you just go to?
yeah. We just went to Dublin.
Dublin.
Yeah.
How was that? Like it?
Yeah, I mean, big city, but I will say I feel like Chicago is bigger.
Yeah. You could legally drink there,
No,
right?
Huh?
The legal age of like 18, right?
Yeah.
Wait,
Or-
isn't it? It's lower than that,
No,
isn't
no,
it?
it's 6. No, it's 18. Cause
Is it
my
18?
yeah, because my sister couldn't drink.
How was your first beer?
It was. I honestly, I'm not a big drinker. I didn't really like it.
Was just not for you. Not for you.
No, I'm a very responsible
Okay,
boy. I was
okay.
raised differently.
Nice. What beer did you have there?
Well, I mean, it's all
Natural
Guinness.
light.
Yes, it's
Oh,
all
like
Guinness.
Guinness?
Yeah, Guinness is huge.
The hat you got was sweet.
Yeah.
Ian got a nice little cap with a beer opener bottle
opener.
A nice little
I'm new to
souvenir.
drinking too, so I don't know the lingo.
For when he's 21.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or open some those root beers that they have at
Yeah.
the
Yeah. Poppers.
restaurants in the
Yeah.
sorry.
Um,
Real quick, I want to ask because he's been kind of quiet. We reintroduced Dante back on this podcast. It's been a while. Dante,
What's up?
how many months? It's been like 3 months since you've been on the podcast last.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
what
it
has
was-
changed with you? Like, what is? Give
been
us
going
some.
on?
Give
Give
us
us
some
a
Dante
rundown.
content.
There's not much going on. I mean, like, it's the same cycle with me.
Okay,
just
but what's
work
that cycle? We don't even
Just
know the
work.
cycle.
and work.
Explain your job. What do you do?
Yeah. What do you do?
I think I already explained this, before I left OU, but I landscape, so I do like mulching and concrete and mowing lawns, and then I also work at a country club serving food at the pool.
Which one you like better?
I didn't realize this. You hustle over the summer. Like, I didn't realize you had 2 jobs.
Yeah.
Dante's chasing a bag over here.
Just gotta
Which job
get
you
the
like better?
money. I mean, one's more laid back, but that laid back job doesn't pay as good, so it kind of offsets. But I like the crew that I do with landscaping.
Nice.
Yeah.
The crew that you do? The crew that you
Like
work with?
that I work
Oh,
with.
okay.
So
Like, the people.
I was
like,
so confused
Yeah.
for a second. My bad.
One of your like close friends is working with you, isn't he?
Yeah.
We met him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one is it?
is that
Poon.
Poon?
Poon?
Aaron, Andrew Poon.
Is that his last name?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like Harpoon.
Yeah.
Nice. That
Like
always been
like
nice,
harpoon.
Getting a job with one of your friends, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to
We,
get
we,
you
were-
guys.
me and Ian were gonna try to get a job at Smashburg with Kyle, and then Kyle just up and quit his job at Smashburg. So then that kind of like that fell off.
I had worked there for a whole year, and I told you many times. To come work with me.
We already had other jobs. So like next summer we were gonna like, oh, let's
Yeah.
work at Smashburg.
Yeah.
And Kyle's like, oh, sorry, I quit. Went to work at a laundromat or something, dry cleaners.
Yeah, dry cleaners. But that was a fun job. Just sat in a
What?
van and drove around Columbus all day.
How was working at Smashburger?
Oh, I loved it. I mean, a lot of people usually don't like working in fast food, and there was a lot of like negatives to it, and clearly there was enough for me to quit. But the positives to it were really good because it wasn't like a super busy fast food restaurant because it was kind of quick service versus like fast food. So like it wasn't like we were getting like the lunch rush at McDonald's where it's like hundreds of people for like at least 3 hours straight. And it was less of that, so it was a lot more laid back. It was a little more chiller environment, and overall, I mean, the food was fantastic. A lot of people say don't work at like fast food restaurants because you'll see that, or especially ones that you like, because you'll see how they make things, and you'll be like, ew, that's disgusting. Like all that I saw was like making everything fresh, like the best ingredients possible, and I was like really like pushed towards like this food, and so I ate it like every single day, and I wouldn't get tired of it because it wasn't like disgusting, and their menu is so diverse so that I could like eat something different every day.
Yeah,
So I loved working there.
I made the mistake of working at Chick-fil-A because I mean, I did this. It wasn't like the mistake of
Doing the
I,
Lord's work.
Yeah, it's not like the mistake of I saw how they made things and I got grossed out. It was just like love Chick-fil-A, and then I started working there, and then I kind of got like sick of it because like we got free meals as like part of like the perks of working there. It's like every break I had or like every time I was off a shift, I would have Chick-fil-A. So I was having like 4 times a week, and I was just like got sick of it. I took like a 5-month break of eating Chick-fil-A because it was just I couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah, my sister works as a waitress down at the club that I work at, and my grandma and my aunt are members there, so for like birthdays we might go there, and she just like doesn't want to go because she knows how everything's made. She knows like how it runs behind there. It's just a different
different
viewpoint.
breed.
Yeah. But
So I know we talked a little bit about this, but you were talking about a shoot, we gotta figure this out. So let's talk about, we can do would you rather.
Who'd you bench?
Who'd you bench? Who was on that?
That one.
LeBron, KD, Tim Duncan.
I mean, do any of us feel like super strong about that?
Not really.
Yeah.
what?
I'm
Like,
looking up
super
would you
strong about
rathers
it.
right now. I have a pretty decent one.
About
For players?
No, just like
Oh.
regular would you rather's.
We could talk about the Madden ratings.
Yeah,
Oh,
Brody
no.
told me to talk about that, but it's Madden.
Madden. I haven't looked at it too much, but
Something to talk about.
the Madden ratings are just dumb. Madden
Only problem I
overall is
had
a
with that
dumb
was
game.
Xavier Howard's not a top 10 quarterback in Madden.
Bro.
Dude, I was shocked.
What?
Leave what in?
What?
This, trying to figure
Us
out what we're
talking
gonna talk
about
about. Okay.
Okay. Good idea, Ian.
Would you rather be an Olympic athlete or the president?
I'd rather be the president.
Olympic athlete.
Okay, how about this? Not Olympic athlete. Would you rather be president or like superstar athlete, sport of your choice?
Superstar athlete.
Superstar athlete, sport of your choice.
Okay.
Because I mean, we all grew up wanting to like be that guy in that sport.
President, you have so much
I
weight on
feel
your
like
mean,
I
shoulders.
would,
at least
I
I
would
did, at least
love
I
to
did.
be the president.
Okay, but you're gonna have people who hate you regardless if you're a president. If you're an athlete,
You're gonna have people who hate you.
Okay, but not as bad as the
I'm a
president.
D1 hater.
Of
Have
who?
you heard me
Of who?
talk about Damian Lillard? I can't stand that dude.
Okay, but you respect his greatness.
Okay, I respect his greatness.
As a president, I feel like people just hate him. Just
I don't like Donald Trump, but I do respect the couple things that he did
Respect
pretty
the hustle.
nicely. Well, I mean, like
We
he
about
did
to
do
get
things. He
political
did do
on
things
this
that helped this
podcast.
country.
Yeah, this is not a political
Bro is
podcast.
bro is a
Dude,
top.
you know what I
G.
can't wait? You know what I can't wait for?
W
Is
Riz,
we
bro.
took so many photos in front of the Trump Tower without realizing it.
Don't tell him. Don't tell him.
And
Don't
no,
tell
this will
him.
go
I'm
in.
waiting for
This will
them.
go in. This will go in.
I am waiting for them to post
So
them
when
on
we were in
Instagram.
Chicago, we had a couple friends, and they were like, we passed the Trump Tower, and they're like, ew, like the Trump Tower. And we took so many photos in front of the Trump Tower without realizing it was the
Yeah.
Trump Tower in the background, and they're
And-
probably gonna post them.
And that's that. Oh, I can't wait for it.
This is all getting cut. This is all getting
City
cut.
boy.
This one says have 3 legs or have 3 arms.
3 arms.
I already got 3 legs. This sucks, bro.
Can we confirm that? All right, Dante, give us a would you rather.
Would you rather?
Oh, I like this one.
No. Let's hear Dante.
Would you rather eat vegetables every day or eat fruits every day?
All right.
Eat fruits every day.
This is not.
That was a
none of this is
bad one,
going in.
Dante.
All right, you come up with one.
I was waiting for a good one from you. You're the one who comes up with them.
I don't have any good would you rathers. It's not off the top of my head.
Off the dome. Yeah.
I didn't see it. No, I saw that they were doing Secret Wars.
Yeah, they are.
Is this all getting cut?
I don't know, dude.
Say something funny then.
Up to now, until we find something to talk about, is all getting cut.
So we can just say what we want. Favorite
Ooh, favorite show of the summer. So
Friends.
the best TV show that I've watched in recency that I can. Okay, how about this? Everybody gives a TV show recommendation.
Friends.
Can it be?
So I think what Ian brought up a good point is that we could talk about. Oh, I don't want to intro it like that. So Ian brought up an interesting point earlier where he was talking about like the best TV show that he's seen recently.
Right. I'm just going to go for it. Season or just in general, The Boys. Season 3 came out this summer. It's a phenomenal show. I know you guys aren't caught up with it, so I'm not gonna give
Spoil
any
anything.
spoilers. But for those who haven't watched it, it is very gory and it is very dark as well.
It is a pretty dark
So-
show, but I think that the idea of it is fantastic.
Yes.
I haven't
And
watched it yet.
it's about superheroes, but they're bad. Like they work
Like
for
corrupt.
a
Oh.
company makes superheroes
And
basically.
it's pretty interesting too, and I think
I
my
was gonna
favorite
say,
thing is
Wouldn't that
it
just be
almost is like
villains?
if Marvel superheroes were like real life, and it
Yeah.
shows like how like they get corrupted by like big business and big organizations,
Mhm.
which is funny because it's a TV show produced by Amazon. So
Yeah.
I always think that's like super ironic.
It's pretty much just a evil Justice League. You got Superman in there, a character that represents like Aquaman, like Batman,
Mm.
Wonder
Yeah.
Woman, and they're like, it's just I've only watched the first season fully. I started season 2. I gotta catch up on that, but it is a good show. From what I've seen.
and it's kind of like Game of Thrones, where they do kill off characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not as bad as Game of Thrones. Where
yeah,
you
but they
know
don't
who's
feel
gonna
like
die.
attached to characters.
Yeah,
like I feel
they
like
d-
a
You're
lot of
just
TV
watching.
shows nowadays are like really, really attached to some of their characters that they try their best to like keep them around.
Like Stranger Things.
Yeah, kind of like.
I
Stranger Things.
haven't
Even though
seen-
I haven't seen the
the
new
season
season
finale.
yet. No,
It's really good.
Okay.
It's a good TV show.
I haven't
There's
seen
gonna
the
be a
new one
season
yet.
5, so I mean,
I gotta
Yeah.
I gotta watch that.
I got a couple shows to recommend. One of
Me
them
too.
is.
Wait.
Did you want to go?
Yes.
Go ahead. Interrupt me while I was about to say.
We were going
my
down the line.
recommendations.
Go.
Okay, go ahead.
medium.
He
now.
didn't have one.
No, it's an anime, Dragon Ball and like that whole series. What? All right.
It wasn't even that. I was gonna make a joke.
It's very generic, and like a lot of people have seen it and stuff. But I was just
You just recommend Dragon Ball Z? Is that what you just said?
no Dragon Ball and all the other stuff. So Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, stuff like that.
Okay.
So like this summer, I've just been rewatching. Never mind. Anyway,
Never
it's
mind.
very generic, and like a lot of people have seen it. But if you haven't, it's an enjoyable story. Yeah,
It has a huge fan base.
yeah, and it's like.
Oh, I definitely agree with
But
that.
but like, anyways, I like of the anime world. It's very surface level and stuff, but I enjoy it, and I'm really good at Dragon Ball Legends. Should go download it.
Yeah, I'm not.
Is this an ad?
I'm not a big anime guy at all. But my friend Sean, you guys know him,
Yeah.
Sean Paxton.
Yeah.
He got me on an anime. It's called Vinland Saga, and it's kind of like not the typical anime like the kind of like the Japanese style anime.
Mhm.
It's like a more like Vikings, and it's like Norway, like Iceland, and all that. But they speak in Japanese, which is like it's kind of like a weird thing. But like, it's just a bunch of like
Vikings.
yeah, from like Iceland speaking Japanese and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's like I don't watch anime, but it's a really good show. So I recommend that. But another one I had, unless you had one, do you have any shows you want to
I
recommend?
do. I was on vacation in Florida, and they were like logged into Netflix, and I started this a year ago, but it's called Schitt's Creek.
Ooh, yeah, I've heard great things about that.
Yeah,
good
I
one.
was watching that down there, and I think it's pretty funny. It's like, I wouldn't say low key, but like, it's just a funny show that I started last year, so I continued it, and I got my whole family on it, so they liked it too.
Nice. All right, the one I've been waiting to say, because I didn't realize we were going on the line, but glad you guys got your shows out. It's called Invincible. It's on Amazon Prime, and it is again, my boy Sean got me on it. It is so good. It's another like
I'm
cartoon.
sorry to hijack. Amazon, please drop season 2. I'm sick and
please.
tired of waiting.
Well, I saw a tweet, and it was like they were gonna drop season 2 and 3 at the same time. So, but it's like it's kind of gory again, but it's like a cartoon, so I guess it's like not as bad as like The Boys gore, but it's so good. It's another like superhero like cartoon show, but it's not like one of those like cheesy ones or something. Like I was hooked after the first 10 minutes of it. Like very good twist. Like I saw the twist in it, and like my jaw was on the floor.
That
like,
one's
it was insane.
also kind of like The Boys, where like superheroes but dark side as well.
Yeah,
That's all I'm gonna say. But
yeah,
kind of gory as well. But it's cartoon.
again cartoon, so it's not
so
as bad.
It's manageable.
Yeah.
I feel like Amazon Prime is coming like out of like left field in a sense with
They've
like
been stepping
how
up.
good of shows like
Yeah.
they're like in the streaming wars, which is my favorite thing.
The first Amazon original I watched, The Man in the High Castle, still one of my favorite shows.
The Man in the High Castle.
Yes.
I think that the best thing, and I've always said this, like the best thing about the streaming wars is, yes, to the average consumer, it's tough because you have to pay all this money to have all these different streaming services. But it also heightens the content that's being delivered. And this is what I've always said, is it's forcing competition for you to be better, right? If Netflix was the only company that was fighting for viewership, the
They'd keep
Netflix
making
original
Riverdale.
series would be a bunch of garbage. And
They-
they would just keep pumping it out.
They would keep making Riverdale.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But since you've got like HBO Max and Amazon Prime now coming in producing good content, Hulu, Netflix, like Paramount Plus now, like you're now forced to offer something new and different that is going to draw viewership to
Yeah.
you. So what I always loved about that is like seeing things like Amazon Prime producing really high quality TV shows and like series to get you to want to subscribe. And other things I've liked that people have been doing is like trying to find like niche things to do TV shows. So like HBO Max, like Euphoria is crazy and that's nothing niche. But then doing things like Winning Time, like doing it
Yeah.
about the Lakers team,
Yeah.
or Paramount Plus, reviving old TV shows like iCarly, and then what was
Fresh
the
Prince. Oh no,
Fresh Prince
that's
was Peacock.
Peacock, yeah.
But that was another example, like reviving that series.
Halo with Paramount
The
Plus.
Halo show coming out, like.
I
I mean,
haven't
whether or
watched
not you
it
think
all,
it's
but
gonna be
it's just
good, it's
reviving
gonna be
it.
something niche that's gonna be new
Reviving
and not
or
seen
like
before.
bringing it.
Isn't NFL going like Thursday Night Football on
Amazon
Amazon
Prime.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
a lot of
believe
these
they
major
are.
sports is going like
On
using these
stream.
streaming services
Right.
to like broadcast their games, which, I think
Which
is neat.
I think that's the best thing about the streaming service wars is that you're being forced to produce higher quality content, which to consumers just gives them more options to
Or
to
actually, can you bring that
see
here?
better content, better TV shows. Granted, that being said, here's my 3 recommendations. They're all 3 very, very different. So the first one is like one of my favorite shows is Atlanta. Donald Glover like basically wrote, directed, like this is like his TV show that he's starring in, producing, writing, directing, and so he does a bunch. Right. And so he does like a ton of stuff on this, and it's fantastic. It's a little weird. Some of the jokes go over, or some of the things like go over my head. Like it's just kind of like random. There's a lot of social commentary in it. It's definitely not like a show that you like watch thinking it's gonna be like kind of like a just like a standard comedy. Like it's a lot like it takes a minute for like the jokes to hit you and all that stuff. And sometimes the comedic effect is just it being like a weird show and like the main characters are just watching like madness happen in front of them. And
Yeah,
they're just,
because
like,
the one episode I've only watched like a couple episodes of it, but the one episode you show me
was that
of,
Teddy
like,
Perkins?
Yeah, that one
That's
was
so
weird,
weird.
dude. It was like he explained it well, but it was like the comedy in it is how some of the episodes are that weird.
Right.
Like
They're-
I was laughing at it, but I was just like, what is this right now?
Well,
Yeah.
that's like the creepiest episode too, and it's just crazy. But it's a great show. Like if you sit down and watch it, the newest season I kind of liked, but I kind of disliked because I loved the storyline that they had of like the main characters, but they also released episodes in between each of them, which were like just like they were like spin-off like episodes of like not following the main characters, not following the same storyline, and it was like clear social commentary. So like they did one that was like complete like social commentary about like reparations and stuff like that. So it's like a lot of like that social commentary stuff, and it's really interesting to watch too because the takes that he has on them is like they're very like what's the word? They're like hyperbolic in a sense that they're like blown way out of proportion, and like that's like kind of shows like how like as a society there's some stuff that we do that's like kind of like
Blown out of proportion.
well it's just kind of like dumb when you blow it way out of proportion like that. So like when you kind of look at like some of the stuff that people say, like just like not to like get all political, but like in the major news outlets, like a lot of the stuff that people say and do, when you like blow it way out of proportion and throw it on like a small screen like TV shows and stuff, you kind of can see how like
yeah.
like where are we going with this really.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's like one of my first recommendations for that. And then the other recommendation I have is I only saw the first season of it, and the first season was fantastic, is Fargo, and it's on Hulu, and it's such a good TV show. I've only seen the first season, so I haven't seen the rest, but the first season had me hooked. It's fantastic. It's about like crime families. Here, real quick, I'm going to check on this camera.
Crime families. While Kyle is checking on the camera, I've got a great recommendation. It's streaming on Amazon Prime, or just I think Blue Mountain State.
Such a
Go.
funny show.
Great show, fantastic,
Beautiful show. Well made.
well made.
Loved watching it.
Not
over
well
and
made.
over.
I think so. Fargo, season 1, it's about crime bosses, or it's like about crime families in like Fargo, North Carolina, or not North Carolina, North Dakota, and like the Minneapolis area in Minnesota, and it's a lot of it's like really crazy because it's like a murder mystery in a sense, but you're like follow like a bunch of different storylines, and it's like there's a guy who sells insurance who gets caught up with like a serial killer, and then they get caught up with like a mob boss, and then like the local police is trying to figure it out. So like you follow like 4 different like groups of characters like all intermingling and like trying not to get caught and like sneaking around. So it's a lot of fun. The first season's a lot of fun. The second season I just started recently, and it's like completely different, like all new characters. It's like only one character is like the same, and it's basically like a prequel of it. Like they took one character and they're basically telling the story of his life, which is interesting. I've only gotten through a couple episodes, but it's still pretty good. It's a lot of fun. It's a pretty good show. And then my last one that I had, I'm like totally blanking on, but it was shoot.
I have one more.
I have one more as well.
All right, I have one more. It's my brother Gabe got me on it. It's called Chuck. It's on HBO.
Oh, I got mine.
It's about it's kind of like spies, CIA, but also like comedy. And there's like a lot of shows have this like one couple you want to like have be together. So it's kind of like that romantic kind of thing. But
Yeah.
It's a great show. I'm in the last season now. Got a couple more episodes left, but I would definitely recommend that. I think you guys would like that.
I have two. If you want to do yours.
Is it HBO Max?
Yeah.
Barry?
Well, I would know. It's not. It's on HBO Max because it's an old HBO show that I've just been watching. But The Sopranos, I know it's really old. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's like super in tune socially because it's like mafia,
Right.
But I mean, if you're into organized crime type stuff, it is a really good show. And
if you do that kind of stuff, then it's the show for you.
Hey, you can't hit me with a Rico though. So I don't know.
Don't say that on this podcast. We don't want.
Okay,
we
no,
don't want
okay.
this.
No. I have another. I have what.
We don't want this
Cut
podcast.
it.
We don't want this podcast to be used as like evidence in the court of law.
When would that get held in the court of law? Anyways, all right. Into my last suggestion. The last season came out in the spring, but Ozark, really good show. I kind of binged all of it right before we moved back, and then the last season came out on my birthday. So
I tried. I could never get into the shows with like the drug cartel and like all that. Just
Like
because
Narcos.
I feel like
I
I'm
love
watching
Narcos.
it, and then all the language they're speaking of that kind of life, like the drug selling and like all that.
It's not.
I get confused.
Yeah.
Me and my girlfriend tried to watch like the first 1 or 2 episodes of Ozark, and we like were sitting there like, what is happening? So unless it's one of those shows that like you gotta keep watching it. Like,
it's
I
very
couldn't get into
slow
it.
paced. So I would compare it to a Quentin Tarantino movie where it's like very slow paced, but the ending is phenomenal. Don't really like going into the last episode, you have no clue what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Even the last season, I was like no clue where this is gonna go, but very good show.
Let me toss out my last one. Is Barry on HBO Max?
Yeah, it is.
It's Bill Hader, and I haven't finished season 3 yet, but it's Bill Hader, and he basically plays a struggling actor. He doesn't even start off as an actor, I don't think, but he ends up taking an acting class, and he becomes like a struggling actor who gets caught up. Or no, sorry.
I haven't watched it.
He starts off as he was in the military, and then after being in the military, he was like, I'm like really good at like using weapons and all this stuff. So he becomes like a hitman and is like paid to do hit jobs and all this stuff. And he ends up in LA, and he starts like taking an acting class taught by Henry Winkler. And it's not like Henry Winkler's not playing himself, but the character Henry Winkler plays. And it is hilarious. It's so funny. There's a lot of deadpan comedy in it. Bill Hader does a fantastic performance. There's a lot of drama in it, and he basically just gets caught up with trying to do hit jobs and running from like bosses, and then like getting caught up in like foreign affairs with like 2 different countries going to war. All the meanwhile, he's just trying to make it as an actor in LA. So it's a lot of fun. It's pretty funny. Really good acting by just everyone in it. I do think that's a very good show, and that would be my last recommendation. You boys have anything else you want to add? Dante, you like Friends?
I do like Friends.
Fantastic
Friends
shows.
is
You
a
can-
great
yeah.
TV show. I mean, it's not new, but the TV show You.
Ooh.
I watched.
Oh yeah, fantastic show.
It was really good. You don't know what's gonna happen. Kind of messed up in some
ways,
episodes, but
kind of weird, but
very interesting.
It
Kept me
is.
on my
definitely keeps you on your toes.
definitely. But that's my last suggestion. JJ,
The George
scrolling
Lopez
through
show.
the
The
app.
George Lopez show.
No, I love that thing where it was like you'd be like sleeping over at your friend's
You
house
wake
and you
up at
turn on
3
something. You
a.m..
wake up at 3 a.m. with like the George Lopez music playing.
He is Drake. He is Drake.
JJ's been talking about this all weekend.
Oh
We
my
talked about
gosh.
this on a podcast earlier, and it was like the jokes where it was like, "Oh, Drake,
the type of guy.
Drake's the type of guy to be like,
And
gee
it's-
whiz."
And it's Kyle is the type of guy.
Yeah, so I guess I'm the type of guy to say gee whiz and to clap when the airplane lands.
Jeez Louise.
You're adding to it right now.
And I'll take it.
Kyle,
I-
the type of guy that hangs out with his friends is. I
I
needed
needed
this.
You know what? I did need this. I do think
Anyways.
that's funny because I do notice that I do some of that stuff. Like it's kind of like dad humor. To
Dude,
an
you
extent.
are
A
the
little.
oldest. Oh my god, you're okay. First of all, your Bob Evans order is like
Okay.
Oh my
an
gosh.
over hard
bro.
egg, orange juice, and a black coffee.
Like what even?
Yeah, I'll
you
say
are
first
an
of all-
80-year-old man.
First
dude.
of all, I didn't drink the coffee black, and I had hash browns with it.
you
This
literally
is
like admit you're
making
like
it
yeah.
better.
This is the same
I-
order my grandpa gets.
No, I didn't say that.
Yeah, you
no,
did.
I said that my grandpa always gets coffee and orange juice when he goes out. So
We ordered Bob Evans. You're like, oh, my grandma gets the same thing.
I didn't say the same exact food. My
He
grandpa
ordered,
gets eggs
like,
Benedict.
I had never heard of over hard eggs until he
And this
ordered
man just
it.
goes, oh, I'm an
because
over hard
you
egg,
eat
please.
over hard. You eat. Hold on.
We say like, "Oh, Kyle's gonna get an over hard egg," and then he did. And we're like, "Wait, that's
And
a
then he
thing."
No, it's because you eat an over hard egg all the time. You don't realize it. When you get a breakfast sandwich and you bite into it, and the yolk is cooked on the inside, but
That's
it's a
over-
fried egg. That's an over hard egg.
No one gets
over
that.
easy.
Whenever you've gotten a fried egg and
Ian doesn't
and-
like eggs, dude.
Okay, I'm not talking to Ian. When you get a
Yeah, hot
sandwich,
take.
when you get a
Hot take.
sandwich, when
Yeah,
you get a
hot take, he doesn't
sandwich,
like egg.
when you get a breakfast sandwich and it's a fried egg, and the yolk is cooked in the middle, that is called an over hard egg.
Okay, but
Or a
like
fried egg.
just because I've eaten it in a breakfast sandwich doesn't mean like I was like, oh yeah, I want that
Oh, I just want a
specifically.
Okay,
plain
I want
over
I'm
that
just
hard
saying
egg.
I didn't know what it was until he ordered it.
Well, now you know.
Funny guy, Kyle.
Now you know. Now you know
Goofy
more.
Kyle.
I do think though that the hash browns are like a top 5 breakfast food.
100%.
They are.
Yeah.
Love
Hash
hash
browns
browns.
are top 5. Pancakes are up there. Waffles
Ham is
are up there.
bottom 5.
Not gonna lie.
Hey, I don't
Ham.
consider
Nobody
ham
cares
a-
about ham.
Ham's bottom. Dude, ham comes with like your meal at Bob Evans.
I think my favorite thing that Dante does
Never
is
mind.
dude just gets himself so comfortable wherever he
Oh
is.
my
Wherever he
goodness.
Like
is.
he makes himself at home. Like I have so many like photos of just like him laying in the most comfortable way ever in the most uncomfortable places. Like he
Yes.
would be he was laying one time like sideways in JJ's bed in his room with his head on the windowsill.
I was thinking
and he
about
was
that.
so comfortable and he was
Yeah.
just chilling there. It's one of my favorite things he does.
You gotta make yourself at home.
All right. You guys want to do a little like would you rather real
Yeah,
quick?
We can do some
Yeah.
would you rather.
All right, I got some
what about
questions.
the
This one's pretty
basketball
interesting.
All right.
These don't have to do with sports or anything, but so would you rather never get stuck in traffic again or never get another cold?
Never get another cold.
Never get another cold.
Never get another.
Never get
cold.
another
Easy.
cold.
Oh wait, no,
dude,
hold up, hold up.
hate
never
Hold up,
get
hold up,
stuck
hold
in
up, hold up,
traffic.
hold up.
Hate being
Never.
sick.
Wait, no, wait. Never
Here he
get stuck
comes,
in traffic
pulls out the
again
details.
because it's not like I'm sick every week
Right.
Still though,
or every
exactly.
day.
when I
I'm-
get
and it's
when
like-
I get colds, I get bad.
No.
colds.
But I'm saying
I'm not
like
getting sick again.
nah, never getting stuck
I'd
in
ra-
traffic.
I'd rather
I don't really
have
get
to
sick
Hold on,
anyway.
hold on.
depending on
Quit,
traffic.
quit talking over each other. Say it.
I'd rather get stuck in. You're not getting stuck in traffic every day.
Dude.
I'd rather get stuck in traffic for a little bit
We're
every once in a while than get
the-
sick ever again.
The
we're,
traffic
we're
we
not
came
getting we're not getting stuck
Again,
in
that's Chicago. It's a big city.
Dude, we're
Okay,
not getting stuck
but-
in traffic every day because we don't have jobs that like are at normal schedules. If we worked jobs that were like 9 to 5
we
and
would
we
hit
had to like
traffic every
commute to
day.
work, we'd hit traffic every day.
Yeah, my uncle, like when we were going to the White Sox game, was like, yeah, it's like an hour. Like before COVID, it was like over like an hour and a half, 2 hours to get to work, and now it's
Well,
like
again, that's
Imagine-
because he lives in Chicago, like a big
Okay,
city.
And
but
you
it
wouldn't
doesn't
have
matter.
traffic ever again.
But
Right.
I'm going this because I live in Ohio.
Okay,
like,
okay,
Columbus,
but
Ohio,
even
not
when
a
you
sh-
live in
Columbus,
Ohio,
you still have
not hours and hours of traffic.
okay, but you're not hitting traffic at the normal traffic hours.
I don't get.
Imagine
stuck
this.
in
Imagine
traffic a
this.
lot.
You're at a red light and the arrow turns green and 3 cars go through and then you're stuck again at the light.
I'd rather
Like
have that than
imagine
be
never
safe.
having that again.
Okay, but how often are you getting sick?
Enough-
okay, are you-
I
enough
don't
that
are you
care.
I
getting
It's
don't wanna get
so
sick. Like,
bad that I just don't want to ever be sick again.
imagine never having to
I'll just
worry.
listen
No,
to
no,
music
it's not.
in the
It's not.
car
It's
during
not
traffic.
getting sick because you can still get other stuff. It's never have a cold.
Never have a cold
A
again.
cold isn't that anything crazy.
I get colds a lot more than like that's my definition of sick because I get colds often.
I feel like I don't get sick enough for that to be
Yeah.
like a
Anyways.
strong
Yeah, whenever I get a
definitive
cold,
answer.
it's bad. So like I couldn't do it.
I agree. I agree with Nico. I get too cold. I get colds too often and allergies. So
Allergies, I guess that would be different.
Allergies,
I don't
dude.
know
I
because
hate
like, allergies and
allergies.
colds have a lot of similarities.
Yeah, there's a lot of similarities there. I would never, if I could never get stuck in traffic again, I'd take
Oh,
that.
for sure.
Like, that's like the most
ever
annoying
again my
thing.
entire life. Never stuck in traffic. That's stupid.
That would be awesome. All right, would you rather be half your weight or double your weight?
Wait, what?
Half your weight or double your weight?
I'd rather be half my weight right now. Because
I think I'd have to be double
because if
my
I'm
weight.
double my weight, because if I'm double my weight right now, I'm hovering around 500.
I'm clinically obese if I'm double.
Yeah,
my weight.
I'm
I
hovering
feel
around.
like I'd have to be double.
Well, no, yeah, you would. Wait, what do you know?
If I'm
How much
like
you weigh now?
140,
Yeah, you're fine.
double is 280.
Yeah,
That's
you're
LeBron.
fine.
That's LeBron. You said that was
I'm
such a
pushing
straight
400.
face.
I'm having.
I'd be LeBron James.
Yeah, I'm pushing 400. I'm gonna have heart problems. No. If you double my weight,
I'm.
How much do you weigh?
I'm close to 200.
Damn.
Cut it out, Kyle. No, I'm kidding.
All right, I thought we were close.
I'd be like
I'd be
350. If I
I'd be
doubled it.
I'd be hovering 500 because I'm like 240, 250. Right
I'm
now.
not weighing 350 pounds. No way.
What would I be?
I'd rather be half my weight.
Well, yeah, I'd rather be half my weight.
I'm 175.
What's
So you'll
what's
be
half
what?
Like
90
3. Oh,
or
half?
80, 85?
About.
I'd be like 80.
No, what's half-
I'm
what's half of
160.
Yeah, I'd rather be half my weight. I'd rather be super light than not be able to.
I don't know, that's
125
like-
pounds?
That's like unhealthy.
Wait, I don't know.
80
I don't
is
know if
like
I could be.
unhealthy.
60 is
Wait, do we have the ability to like gain or lose it from that point, or just that half or double and that's it?
I don't think the website tells you that.
I don't think it's banned.
No, I'm doubling and then going on an insane cut.
All right, here's another one. Would you rather get this one? I don't want to say.
Go ahead,
Well, I just don't.
say it.
This one's like, would you rather get diarrhea on the first day of vacation or the day of a giant presentation at work?
Vacation.
Vacation.
I feel like that's like a dumb one because it'd be
Yeah,
vacation
it'd be
versus
vacation.
work. All right,
Yeah.
would you rather your parents arrange your marriage or you marry your most recent ex-girlfriend?
Parents.
Parents arrange. My
Parents,
parents know what's up. Hey,
Parents.
Carol Surge, you know me enough
Yeah,
that if you had to
my parents
arrange my
love me. They'd
marriage,
set me
you'd
up
pick
right.
me a valid shoddy. So I'll go with arranged marriage.
Well, I mean, they would just.
Yeah,
you cannot-
you have to go arranged marriage. You have to go
You
arranged
cannot
marriage.
do that.
No. I mean,
Nah,
they'd probably just
nah.
set you up with Ella anyways.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, your parents got your back. Nah, they're like, psych.
No. Carol
We
has your
ordered you
back.
one
Carol
online.
Surge the
No,
homies.
Carol has
We
your
went
back.
on Tinder and found you a wife.
No, Nico, Carol has your back. Surge,
And he probably,
just for the joke, he
Surge would try to mess with me a little bit.
Okay. Would you rather have to perform surgery or fly a commercial plane without any qualifications?
What kind of surgery?
Plain.
Like,
Like heart surgery.
okay, like,
Either way, it's putting a life at risk.
yeah, like it's not like minor surgery.
So a major surgery.
So like kidneys or appendix or something like.
So
it's
a
not like
major
it's not like
organ
gum
surgery.
surgery.
A
Yeah,
major
like a
organ
major
surgery.
organ surgery, or fly a plane.
Plane.
Plane. I'd rather.
You could figure out a plane.
Ooh,
I'd
wait,
rather
wait,
surgery.
Wait,
You don't
wait,
have any
surgery.
qualifications in surgery
Surgery.
either,
No
right?
qualifications.
No,
Yeah,
surgery.
I'd rather surgery though because if
the
I'm
max risk is one person compared to like hundreds of
people.
Yeah, but
I'd
I'm
rather-
saving everyone.
I've seen Top Gun. I can do it. I can fly a plane.
I would rather fly a plane if I'm gonna.
Hey, if
Also-
the bees and the minions can do it, I can do it.
Are we getting Lori on this podcast?
Yeah, I want to for a hot takes, guys. Let's go hot takes.
Go get Lori.
Hot takes.
Mrs. Fitzgibbon.
Jane's mom.
He was like, "Who the
For a hot take. Here, I'll text her. I'll just text her. I'll text her.
Ian's got it. I thought this was Jane's house.
Okay. Hot takes. Let's hear 'em.
Oh shoot.
Oh
Let's
shoot.
start with you, Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle.
No.
Do you have a hot
No.
take?
All right. This has nothing to do with the fact that we are in Chicago, but Chicago style pizza is the best type of pizza.
It was really good. We do have to talk about that real
You
quick.
said it's the best or not the best?
There's a lot getting cut, so let's go back and talk about that.
Chicago
we
deep
had
dish.
I had like Chicago style from Chicago, like
Luminati's. So
So good.
good.
so
Like
good.
insanely good. And then
I
also
was hating on it
Chicago
before the trip. but
Chicago
it was
style
good.
dogs. Very good, very good.
Those are good.
I love like I just like having like a loaded hot dog with like more like vegetables. Like if that makes sense,
I
like
don't know.
tomato and pickles.
Like I
and,
got
like,
a
that kind of
Chicago
stuff.
dog today at the stadium, and it just like it was just onions. So I don't know.
Oh, no, that's not a Chicago dog.
Okay,
then.
well, I
Chicago
don't
dog's
know.
got like
But,
it's like loaded.
I was like telling them like, oh, like do they have like Chicago style dogs here? And they
You
were
go
like,
to-
oh, yeah, just like go to this one stand, and it was just onions.
How often do you eat at Betty's at OU?
I've never had out.
Okay, the first time you're back in Athens, you're going with me. It is so
Alright.
good.
All right.
I didn't even know like that Greek place down there existed.
Souvlaki's.
Yeah.
I never
Best. Okay, real quick. Best late night food, like just like food, not like restaurant, like the food. Cause I'm not gonna lie.
Sheets.
Like
Sheets.
I'm not gonna lie. Betty's has put me on to late night
like-
hot dogs.
like we're going
Sheets.
out to get food, or is it
What is
something that like
sheets?
anything?
Let's do anything or going out to eat. So like if you're
Alright.
going out, like you're on your way back from like
late night.
like Court Street, like where are you
Okay.
stopping?
Goodfellas, bro.
Well, okay, not restaurants, but I'm talking about like food in general.
Pizza.
Is it pizza?
Pizza.
Pizza's such. I feel like pizza's like the consensus choice, but
I-
Betty's has put me on to late night hot
I
dogs.
haven't been there.
Honestly,
it's
no.
so nice.
I honestly try and go Big Mama's anytime I can.
Burritos.
Yeah.
I don't think I could do a burrito.
I couldn't do a
yeah.
burrito, not that late at night.
Well, I don't know. I just don't get a big one. That's the thing.
Yeah, you get the little one.
Yeah, and I like
gotta go
try to get
pizza.
one that's not gonna like upset my stomach either.
That's fair.
I gotta go pizza.
Pizza.
I'll go pizza too.
All right, Jay, you got a hot or you got an answer to this?
Tacos. No, I'm kidding. Za.
Jay, you got a hot take?
Kirby had a hot take.
Yeah, you said the Chicago style was the best.
Yeah.
Yo. Tell your mom to come down to do a hot take on the podcast.
Literally, she's in the house. We could go get her.
Yeah, but we're on the
On
we're
the
filming
cast.
right now.
We're on the air.
All right, JJ, we need a hot take from you. Why? We're going down the line.
No. Here you go. Why not?
Mrs. Fitz, you
Come
have to.
on.
Just
It
come
doesn't-
down then.
It
Just
doesn't
come
matter
down.
what we're talking about. It's just a hot take. It's like an opinion that you want to express.
Dude, sports related. Or should I go off the topic?
Do you have what are your do you have one, Jay, that you want to do right now?
No.
Nobody. We do this every week. How do
We
we
never-
not ever
we
have
never
hot
prepare for
takes?
it.
Well,
We never
and
come
also,
up with
I'm
one.
not feeling too strongly about anything right now. Like,
Okay, Jane, if you have a hot
because
take,
like
you
you
can
don't
come
you don't
say it.
prepare for a hot take. You
The
just have
Cincinnati
it.
Tell all the
Bengals
girls
will
up there
miss
they
the
have a hot take.
playoffs.
Yeah, tell any of the girls up there if they have a hot take to come down. Okay, she hung up on me.
Mentos coming.
They're all coming down.
Jane, come here, say your hot take.
Okay. My hot take is that speak higher. No, he just said say hi. Oh, hi.
Look at the camera.
My hot take is that breakfast food makes you feel really bad during the day after you eat something really sweet.
It's the worst thing.
And it's
ever.
the same thing
This
when
is
you
not
eat
even a
popcorn
take.
at a
What
What are
movie
you trying to
theater.
say right now?
I'm
you
so
say?
right.
What?
It's the
What
same
did-
thing
what
as
did
when
you
you
say?
eat popcorn at a movie theater. If you
She's
make popcorn
spitting.
at home, it tastes like fine, like you don't have a
Get
stomach
'em.
ache. But when you eat popcorn at
Get
a
'em.
movie theater,
What a supportive boyfriend.
your stomach hurts. It's the
No.
same thing with breakfast food.
No.
My stomach never hurts after breakfast
Nico,
food.
Nico, Nico,
What kind of breakfast food are you
Nico.
eating?
Nico,
That's my girlfriend.
Nico. My stomach
That-
hurts, but I'm being
I
a very
agree.
brave boy about it.
I agree.
I was gonna
I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree 100%. It's because I made the same thing about movie theater popcorn about how it's overrated, and Mr. Genovese got mad at me.
Yes, sir.
But it makes you feel
because
sick.
you're wrong.
No.
I will say that breakfast food, but does it taste bad sometimes?
Yeah, it's good. Same with
I don't
like
know what-
same
no,
with
no,
breakfast
No,
food.
if
It's
we're
like,
talking, if we're talking,
Yeah.
no, wait, no.
no, what I'm
No.
saying is if you go to a breakfast place and you're getting
Y'all just messed up.
eggs,
Yeah.
bacon, hash browns,
Fix your
pancakes,
stomach.
and you're gonna
Fix
eat
your
eat
stomach.
all that, I'm going to need like a nap after that, or else I'm gonna feel sick the entire
No,
day.
but if we're, since
You're
we're,
just
Like a whole stack of pancakes with like syrup and stuff like that it'll ruin my day. Ruins it.
okay.
Oh
I don't
my.
know.
Just.
Okay.
No.
Someone else make a hot take.
All right.
Since
Someone
we're
else come
talking,
here.
but since we're talking breakfast, eggs are good until you hit that spot where you're like, these
This is
smell
disgusting.
disgusting,
Yeah.
and then you just want to.
So if you start thinking about eggs too hard, it's like
We talked about that.
Okay, hello. My hot take is that rainy weather is some of the best weather. I like the way it smells,
False.
and it puts me in a good mood.
False.
Rain? You like the way rain smells?
yeah, like with the way it smells outside when it rains.
That's the only reason.
Water?
No, I like
Grace, got the camera shot. My girlfriend's up.
Hey, yo.
Okay, so.
All right, y'all. Hot take. Y'all ready for this one?
Yeah, go.
All right. Arguably, crying before sleep is better than melatonin. If you get a good cry in before you go to bed,
Are you
if you get a
okay?
good cry, like imagine
Are you okay?
you're like in your bed and you're just like you're almost done crying. You're
just
This is such a weird way to.
Nico, what are you doing to this girl, bro?
You're the only person who knows what you're saying.
I think that's the weirdest. I think that's the strangest take we've ever had on this podcast to this date.
hey, but you need to get out of your system. Oh my God.
I don't know if this is a hot take. I don't know how hot of a take this is, but I can't think of anything right now, so I'm just gonna say it. Pepsi is way better than Coke.
No,
Yup.
it is not.
Pepsi,
He's spitting. He's
Pepsi
spitting.
is way better than Coke. Pepsi is better than Coke by far. By far.
That is all.
You're
My
on,
boy.
You're on record.
My boy
If I just
spitting.
want
You're on record.
so,
right now.
someone, hey,
Spitting.
what
But
soda
no,
do you
but
want,
like
Pepsi
you're
or
on
Coke?
record
I'm
right
getting
now.
Pepsi.
Pepsi. Pepsi's
If
better
I'm
than
at a
Coke.
restaurant and I say, can I have a Pepsi? And they say, oh, we have Coke. I'm not getting a Coke.
Soda is just bad in general.
Soda is not bad.
Yes, lemonade's the best.
Oh, I got
Yes,
my.
lemonade's obviously the best, but if
This
it's
is-
between
Hey.
Pepsi or Coke, it's Pepsi.
Hey, okay, hold on. First of
You have to
all,
look at the camera.
real quick, do I need to remind us how these hot takes work? We can't debate like
Yes,
this
we
after these
can.
hot takes. Real quick, this has been so chaotic. You guys can't be screaming over each other like this.
Yeah.
My sister keeps telling me that our podcast sucks because of it.
Yeah.
Okay, Lily's here.
Apple juice over orange juice.
Yes. Yes. Great. Great. Fantastic.
On
Fantastic.
jaw. Lily spitting.
Hey, Jane, your sister did way better on her first appearance in the podcast. I'm sorry. Your sister just did way better on her first appearance on the podcast.
Alright, I got my
Came in
last.
confident with the hot take. Do better.
I don't.
They're wrong.
I've got my last hot take.
Where you at?
There's a lot of good snacks in this world, but cracking the top 5, soft pretzels, no question. No question. They're rare. They're
Is
rare.
that like a
but
snack
they're top
food?
5. What would you classify
I don't
it as?
consider that as like a. Because
not a
snacks, I'm
snack.
not having a soft
Snack-
pretzel at my
snack
house.
would be
for
I
pretzels
mean,
in a
if
bag.
I could have a soft pretzel in my house, I would have them every day.
One soft pretzel I've ever had is at a baseball game.
Baseball
concession
game at the
stands.
mall.
Pretzel
The
day?
mall, Auntie Anne's.
Auntie Anne's.
That's
top-
not a real
so-
pretzel.
If
outta
pretzel day could be every day, that'd be Kyle's dream.
if the world's against soft pretzels, I'm against the world. This might be the hardest listen to a podcast
We apologize.
you've ever
We had
had.
nothing
Yeah,
prepared.
I'm
Nothing
sorry.
at all. We
So,
just kind of shot on a limb.
If you made it to the end,
Thank you.
We love you.
all right. Well,
Anyways.
I think
Okay.
that's gonna do it for us. Thank you
Thanks.
to
Subscribe,
all of
follow
the
us, everything.
extra people that came and gave hot takes today.
Thank
Except for the
you.
ones that were terrible.
Jane.
I kind of like Jane's, but
No, you didn't.
no, I did the first one because I agreed with it. Well, thank you for listening. If you made it this far, we really appreciate it because this has been a crazy podcast. You're probably our
you.
parents, according to our comment section. JJ. Oh, wait, real quick. Follow us on social media.
Subscribe.
You know
to
the drill.
YouTube, You know.
JJ,
Book it.
have a good week.